So, with McCord and Co. gone, the Orange needed to bring in some new talent. Fortunately, that's where Fran Brown and his staff excel. The Cuse went out and grabbed its quarterback from the school that's produced 2 of the last 4 Heisman QB winners, LSU. The Baton Rouge native Ricky Collins is headed north after 2 seasons where he saw limited action in 4 games, but don't overlook this gunslinger. He was a top 15 quarterback out of high school and spent his true freshman year being mentored by none other than my favorite quarterback of all time, Jaden Daniels. Not totally shocked to see the Syracuse men's lacrosse team #1 because of this. Oh! Between the legs, behind the back, Finn Thompson. That is just straight up silly. Early contender for goal of the year. First off, all credit to that pass by Hiltz. How does he find the back of the net on that? Behind the back, between the legs, the momentum is carrying him one way, and then his body goes the other.
Can we get the Adam Gotkin?
So he catches it here, and then boop!
Don't rip the suit pants.
Not knowing where your conference opponent is from truly shows the absurdity of realignment. I mean, we're in California right now for the Atlantic Coast Conference. This has all had an impact on the court as well. Teams have really struggled going from coast to coast, and it's pretty simple why. These players are still human. Positive things about Syracuse men's basketball. Man, isn't that refreshing to hear for once? Welcome to Sports, everyone. I'm Adam Gotkin. Syracuse men's hoops entered last night's game against NC State hanging on by a thread. The Orange were in desperate need of a win to keep their ACC tournament hopes alive, and finally, everything came together. Let's show you how it went down in the Dome. Very tiny crowd on hand. J.J. Starling, the hometown kid in his penultimate home game of the season, and Syracuse came out firing. Jair Davis nails a 3 to make it 7-1 Cuse early on. Then how about this guy, Chris Bell, getting it going on offense. A really nice and one. That put Syracuse up 27-12 halfway through the first half, and they dominated the first half, led 38-25 after 20 minutes of play. Yeah, that BC loss was really tough for this Louisville squad. Afterwards, they had a team meeting, a very serious one, sat down and said that there has to be change, and they changed going into that Ohio State game. This Louisville squad was down big going into the fourth quarter and then came back and sent the game into overtime. So I think there's a sense of optimism around this team. They understand how difficult this schedule has been and how difficult this season has been, but bumpy roads often lead to beautiful places, and that's the hope for this Louisville squad, that those tough challenges last weekend can lead to success moving forward.
Teddy Malone restarts. Trey Deer out there on defense. Here's Gaffney dodging on him. Nice pass, Malone. What a perfect shot! Can't place it any better. Teddy Malone off the bar and in, and we're tied at 11.
Harvard finally testing Ippoliti and Cage. Gaffney dodges down that right alley, throws a skip pass back into the defense. Teddy Malone catches this. I believe that's his offhand right hand, sticks that low to high. Nice handle, better shot. Gets that past Ippoliti.
Heck of a right-handed shot from the lefty. Ippoliti, as we said, much smaller in Cage than Jimmy McCool.
Watching film on Malone, couldn't tell if he was a lefty or a righty. He does play the left side for Harvard, and Jerry Byrne did say that's his lefty attackman, but clearly able to do it with both hands.
Malone playing a little bit of soccer, wins the face-off with some help from Sam English.
And correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's one of the first, if not the first time they've gotten their wings involved that Mullen has.
Pushing the back against the Crimson, and that could have been dangerous as Ippoliti was out of Cage.
Finn Thompson's open.
Trying to get it to Thompson. Lost his stick. And that's a violation on Thompson for playing without his stick.
Just a little too casual there. Receives that pass from Ippoliti. Thompson does. You know, deals with that pressure. He's a pretty poised guy, but you don't have much room between there and the midfield. You've got to take care of that ball there.
Ip gets it over.
And even before that, I think it was Grace should have just hit Thompson earlier. He was open for a while.
Malone right into the stick of Ippoliti. He makes his first save, and Jake Spallina's got numbers ahead. Thompson Still thinking, now shoots, now scores! Finn Thompson's got 5. That's a career high.
Credit Ippoliti here. Makes a huge save on Teddy Malone. Gets this ball up right away, pushes transition with Jake Spallina. I wanted to yell yellow. Wait for your team to get on the field, but Thompson, one of the most confident players in the country, sticks this one low to low. Very confident shot there, does a good job pumping a little bit there with his hands. Unique cradle. That's a confident shot there from Finn.
He just waited, finally let it loose. Nathan Cobry, the defender in front of him, wasn't coming out, so he said, why not? I'll just try it.
That makes up for that. Yeah, makes up for that turnover that he had in the clear. Good for him.
Mullen wins the face-off and bounces it wide again. And he rolled into the crease, and so it goes to Harvard. That's the 3rd time that Mullen has shot today. Hasn't found the cage on any of them. He's missed wide every single time.
I think it's got to be hard for the coaching staff to tell Mullen they don't want him to shoot, but at the same time, with the way this game is going, he's doing such a good job winning the ball. Right? They don't need him to score. He hasn't really had a ton of success shooting.
Perry shoots off the crossbar into the crowd. Watch out.
Heads up.
I've seen a bunch of posts in this game.
That ball was moving.
Gaffney sweeps across.
The chance peters out.
Stritter last season was exceptional for the 49ers in 15 starts, gave up less than 1 goal per match and saved 74% of the shots that he saw.
It's one of those returning back line, so solid. Top 10 defense in the country was the 49ers last season. Already looking solid as ever. They didn't even allow a shot on target against Davidson last time out.
Gabe Threadgold, the Washington transfer, plays the 1-2. Now Aqua. His cross in blocked, and it'll be a goal kick.
Already liking what I'm seeing from Michael Aqua over the first 2 games. He's got that pace, and Nicholas Kalukian has a running mate now in that front 2. Ian McIntyre playing that 3-5-2, and Kalukian needed that little bit of help. He needed somebody that can help run with him, because Kalukian, great at pressing, but he needed somebody else to help him. He can't do it alone. Michael Aqua looks to be the answer for sure for the Orange.
And SU going with the 2 strikers up top this season, a change from last year. Aqua at the edge of the box. Here's a chance, and Stritter comes out, and it's cleared out. Only as far as Threadgold. Across it on the ground and back here, and it's in the back of the net. Unbelievable from Nicholas Kalukian. His 2nd goal in as many matches, and the Orange lead 1-0 in the 5th minute.
Well, it was out of nowhere, really, a little bit of trickery from Nicholas Kalukian. Michael Aqua received the ball here, played it into Ezra Widman. It looks as if the chance petered out because the 49ers cleared their lines, but all of a sudden the ball was back into the box. Gabe Threadgold did ever so well, and Nicholas Kalukian, the slightest touch, with a little back heel on the spin.
Oh, that's just unbelievable.
I mean, it was absolutely lovely from Nicholas Kalukian.
Oh.
Leonid Stritter, completely fooled by the Armenian striker.
And so in just the 5th minute, 1-0 Syracuse, and Charlotte restarts. But that's just beautiful from Nick Kalukian. The back heel, you saw a celebration, just the palms up saying, hey, I mean, I guess I can do that.
I mean, that's a player who's playing with confidence, and that's something that he was missing for most of last season. It's something that strikers go through. When you're not scoring, you lose that confidence. And now he's got 2 goals in 2 games to start the season, already nearly at half of his total of last season. Man, what a start for him.
Charlotte gives the ball away. Sakil Ming with the throw-in. Ming, one of the freshmen on this Syracuse team, one of 13 freshmen. You mentioned this in the open, Nick, just 1 freshman on the team last season, so Ian McIntyre knew that he was going to have to bring in a massive class this season, and there's so many of these guys who are brand new to college soccer who have really impressed
through the start of the season.
They've made an impact immediate. Sakil Ming is one of those. I think he's got that assist for the first goal against Niagara, but he's always running. He never stops and always has that pace down the flank, and he causes such a headache for opposing defenders. And obviously, we haven't even talked about him yet. Jimre Omese he got 2 goals in the opening 2 games, scored the winner against Colgate. I mean, this is a team that's full of talent and energy.
Coach McIntyre made sure to emphasize to us to remember that this is the first match that these freshmen have ever played after having classes. This is the first week of classes at Syracuse, so this is the first time that they've had to get ready for a match while taking classes, which is a different monster than just the preseason and the first couple matches.
And for any student, this has been a tough week. Even for the Charlotte boys, I mean, they've had to travel. This is obviously
It's been all St. Joseph's in this third quarter, largely because of the knockdown three-point shooting. Talia Brugler, 5 for 5 from beyond the arc. Mackenzie Smith has made 3 of them. And Austin, Syracuse is just leaving these shooters too open.
The defense has been late the entire game, just a half step slow for the Orange. And on offense for St. Joe's, I mean, it's almost contagious. It actually is contagious. You keep swinging the rock. You keep seeing these shots go in. It's an avalanche right now. Tough to stop an avalanche, especially with some combinations of players that are relatively inexperienced in an orange uniform.
The Hawks in the midst of an 11-1 run. Syracuse hasn't scored in over 2 minutes, but Angelica Velez can change that here with 2 shots from the line, and she makes the first. St. Joe's 3 for 3 from beyond the arc in this second half. 5 for 10 from the field. Syracuse has only attempted 5 shots in this half, as Velez makes both to make it a 10-point game once again. And now the Orange will press full court, down by 10 here in this third quarter.
And honestly, this is where not only do you miss Deasia Fair, but you miss Elena Rice. I mean, she was one of the quickest defenders I ever saw in person, and she would be great in these type of situations to generate chaos.
The Orange facing adversity early in the season. Something they didn't really have to do last year until the Maryland game. Here's a 3 from Boswell, and it's contagious. Another 3 from the Hawks. It's a 13-point lead. St. Joe's just can't miss.
I mean, what else do you expect? I mean, you can't hope that they're going to miss. Until they prove that they can miss, they're going to hit.
Kara Scott, the ISO move, and the jumper falls. I'll tell you what, she's been pretty impressive in the small minutes that we've seen her.
Oh, yeah, I think she's great. I think that she should be out here on the court for the majority of the rest of the game.
Kara Scott, the freshman top 100 recruit. Played about 8 minutes in the first half. Brugler all alone down low, and she's perfect from that area.
And you say all alone, but she made herself all alone because she just shielded Kyra Wood with her body. And I mean, just watching her play before, she just knows how to score the basketball. She just knows how to angle herself and use her body to create space. It's such an underrated talent.
It's exceptional footwork and a high motor that leads to that. Burrows thought about the catch and shoot, instead drives and can't get the floater to go. Hawkins forces the jump ball, and the possession arrow faces this way. It'll stay here.
Right now, it just feels like the Orange are hoping to exchange baskets, but you can't. And it's harder for Syracuse to score than it is for St. Joe's to score. The math is not mathing right now, Adam, if you're a Syracuse fan.
I mean, St. Joe's has made 11 threes. Syracuse has attempted just 6. I mean, do you think you got to go for the three-pointers here? Try and find Burrows, Woolley to shoot him from deep? I mean, that's not this team's identity.
Right. It's, Burrows, if she's open, you want to give it to her from beyond the arc, but you don't want to force the issue.
Well, they try to find Burrows, but it's through her hands, and it goes the other way. Alicia Leggett-Jack slams a water bottle against the table. Just a lot of frustration here with her team down by 13. Kyra Wood forces the turnover, and Syracuse wins it back.
And Wood, after that most recent Syracuse turnover, was encouraging her teammates. That is why she's a 3-time captain. She's everybody's best friend, the ultimate encourager. And she's pretty good, by the way, too.
We talked about this earlier, but this is where you really miss Deasia Fair. So many times last year in the second half, she would just take over as there's a takeaway for Ziegler. That just went right into her hands.